to deviate from that and deliberately broadcast something that is wrong?
Because they hate Donald Trump, because they hate the right. They're all absolutely infused with leftism. And if you work with it, do you work with the BBC?
Every now and then, not a lot, to be honest.
I'd say the culture at the BBC is incredibly left-wing, and it's even more dangerous because they don't even recognise it themselves. It's such an echo chamber that when you come along with not particularly right-wing opinions, just normal opinions that more than half of the country would have, you're seen as some sort of insane pariah because it's this milquetoast Islington Russell Group block that not to smear you as well, but
I love it. We just decided to keep Sebastian up on screen as you're saying that. But this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, look, there will be, of course, millions of people watch the BBC. It is a massive institution, still to this day, whether we like it or not. I mean, personally, I don't watch BBC, particularly BBC News. I do not touch it. But the reality is that the BBC is still a national institution.
Sure.
And we should be having more conversations about how it can be, at least if it's going to be an unbiased institution, how it can be better, because there's certainly is, from people I speak to on the left and on the right, failures on both sides. So
we should hold them to account on every opportunity.
Or is it better off that we actually do move to a sort of privatised system and allow there to be more political opinion at the BBC and cater to those opinions so people can tune in and actually hear an opinion, like what we do here. I mean, we don't sit in an echo chamber here. Sebastian, you know that very well. You're here quite often with me, and we have robust debates. None of us hate each other. We just have robust debates here. That's what we do. But at the BBC, there's a lot of criticism that isn't happening and that there's a challenge, particularly behind what Leo's saying, what you're saying over there, Leo, is that when you look at the editing process, at least in the back office of the BBC, there is an issue.
But look, this is a channel that has Nigel Farage on every 5 minutes. I don't think they're blocking out the right or blocking out reform or those kinds of voices at all. So those robust debates very much happen at the BBC. But isn't it great that you have choice? If you want to watch the BBC, if you want to watch our national broadcaster, you can. If you want to switch to GB News, you could do that as well. That's a healthy media ecosystem.
Why don't they offer a choice in whether you pay for it or not? I mean, a lot of people believe that there isn't a choice. I mean, I sort of know that you don't have to pay.
Well, you've said that you don't have to pay, so there is a choice.
So many people. It's not like Netflix will send you threatening letters if you don't sign up to their service.
No, but you can opt out of the licence fee. That's quite straightforward.
Yeah, but opt out isn't the same as opt in.
Well, also, I will argue the opt-out process requires you not to own a lot of equipment as well, like a TV.
You're allowed to own a TV.
Using a TV, you've got to be using it in a certain way. And
of course you can have a TV.
I think in 2025, again, whether you love the BBC or hate the BBC, we should talk about whether the licence fee is fit for purpose for a modern audience. The Netflix makes billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars having a private platform. People pay subscription for that. I think the BBC would do very well on a subscription fee, and they could make that a global subscription fee. Because actually, one of our viewers here wrote in, I can't find it now, he was earlier on, saying, I think his name was Andy, saying, actually, people around the world don't pay for the BBC. It's us who pays for it, for them to get content as well.
Yes, they do. BBC Studios, they sell the formats, they sell the programmes worldwide and make money for us. It goes back into the investment of the BBC.
It doesn't go to us. We don't get a dividend from the BBC.
No, we don't get a dividend, that's true. But it goes back into programming.
BBC dividend, that would be nice, but maybe more people before the BBC then. Right, look, let's move on to